You climb the stairs, you sit down at a desk, you look up emails, you talk to a colleague, you plan a meeting, whatever your work involved. Maybe you're a scaffolder, you're doing something very physical. From morning to night, this is movement. The body is always moving. It's moving in interaction. So you can construe that, you can formulate that story to yourself or as, I am doing this. This is how I spend my days. So you can have a very self-referential modality of the discourse, which is what you tell yourself. I am who I tell myself I am. And I can tell endless stories, so there's going to be no end to that. That's a kind of fundamental fog. But beneath that is the ever-open ground. The fog arises from the ground. The ground is open. It gives rise to clarity and to obscuration. The clarity is there as a more intrinsic quality of space, and the fog arises through reliance on substances, reliance on real entities. So the more we relax, the more we're able to move in the world intuitively, with less planning, more connectivity, because you're allowing the world to show you how to be. It's not all up to me. I'm not trapped in this prison of my body, the prison of my identity, the neurotic messages that we gain in school and from parents about this is how we should be. And we find the fresh openness of the ground of being opens endless possibilities of reinvention that we manifest imaginally in a world of imagination. So that illusion is the play of the clarity of the empty mind. And the result of that is much less hassle. Life gets easier. And when life gets easier, you're not so preoccupied. And if you're less preoccupied, you've again got more space to be available, to be receptive. And because you've got less agenda, you can now be more responsive to the unique specificity of the different people you meet. And in that way, you have the union of wisdom and compassion, where wisdom is to see the empty open ground and to free yourself from the delusion of grasping, and compassion is to stay in relatedness and to allow your life to be molded and shaped by your participation with others. So that rather than having a dictator mentality where you outline your master plan and then try to impose it on the world, you find yourself being fulfilled through however life is. And however it is complete in itself. So emptiness, unborn emptiness, there from the very beginning, if you like, the womb of the Great Mother, is the support within which all the patterns, all the possible patterns of manifestation occur. And when we free ourselves from trying to ring-fence certain aspects as me and project out other aspects as other, we have real communality. There's a common ground, and then you have a concern for the common weal, the common good. And that then starts to be less and less divisive. So that instead of dividing, splitting, projection, you have awakening to integration. It's not actually that we have to integrate anything, because it's always already integrated. What the activity of the practice of the meditation is to avoid disintegration. The movement of the mind is separating and dividing and privileging one thing over another. So, relaxing, allowing things to happen, doesn't lead to madness. You get more clarity. And then you start to see, oh, I'm already on the inside. And all our lonely striving and anxiety about how we're doing just fades away like morning mist. And here we are, and it's okay, and we're bopping along however it is. So, that's the main thing I wanted to say. We have a new book